George SENN was named an outstanding leader at Marquardt Ward United, a division of Barry-Wehmiller companies. Among the 14.1 million Americans employed in manufacturing, George considers himself one of the lucky ones. He works for a thriving company with a rare corporate culture, one that is fiercely committed to empowering its team members along their continuous improvement journey.
He has done phenomenal things within the machine shop at Marquardt Ward United and Phillips, that I think his influence is already expanding beyond the machine shop because he's a representation of what leadership can really be.
Over time, we figured we could overcome a lot of the attitudes that we can't change, but we can change if we work together and trust people.
To see George, I realized the power of some of the things that we were doing. He represents to me very much the journey that we've walked down.
Revitalizing manufacturing by creating frontline leaders like George and people-centric cultures like Barry-Wehmiller's is the goal behind a new vision for the Association for Manufacturing Excellence.
The AME board ratified a new vision this past November that specifically calls out that a manufacturing renaissance in America will be built on the coupling of people-centric leadership with enterprise excellence.
A strong manufacturing economy is critical to our nation, and we recognize that there needs to be a rebirth, thus a new renaissance.
That is a powerful concept, very much apropos to our time today, where we lament the loss of middle-class America.
That if we can build up great manufacturing businesses inside of communities, then great communities can grow around those.
AME is the premier organization offering continuous improvement tools and support to its 5,000 members. But their new vision places greater emphasis on a pillar of lean manufacturing that has long been overlooked.
For so long, all of the focus and emphasis has been on that elimination of waste pillar, and there's been not much focus on that respect for people pillar.
Many thousands of companies have over the years been attempting to adopt lean principles and transform their operations, and the rate of success is vanishingly small. You get low single-digit numbers. We've come to believe that the fundamental that's missing is the focus on engagement of people.
We know that day in, day out, people go to work and they're frustrated and they're working in processes that are convoluted, they're complex, and people leave and they don't feel great about the work that they did all day long.
Getting people engaged in personal change, problem solving, is what really drives and sustains the continuous improvement effort in the growth of a business and an individual.
We feel that inspirational leadership is one of the keys to driving improvement in the manufacturing sector. And when you look at inspirational leadership, the role model for us is Barry-Wehmiller.
Capital equipment manufacturer Barry-Wehmiller committed to a people-centric culture more than a decade ago. The results? Thriving employees, successful lean implementations, transformed work environments, and a $1.5 billion and growing global organization. Recently, AME board members got an up-close look at this culture firsthand.
Barry-Wehmiller has got something that's very special that we can learn from. You see the engagement, you see the passion, you see the commitment. You've got great folks leading your continuous improvement and people on the shop floor that own and believe in it.
I have been in and out of hundreds and hundreds of manufacturing facilities across the United States, and what struck me is that unannounced, changing shift, people coming in were smiling. That is not typical.
They have a piece of the action. They have ownership in the process. And that's where that confidence is. They look you in the eye, they talk to you about that, they get personal.
What we've discovered is that you can engage people in creating their own future. You don't have to start from the ground up to do this, that you can go into a business that has struggled. Maybe it's not what it once was. You can engage the people that are there already through the process of cultural transformation and leadership and enterprise excellence. You can engage them in the business and you can transform the business and you can transform the people inside the business.
This is in many ways a unique model. I'd like to say perhaps the right way to start. Start with the leadership issues, engagement of people, engage in their creativity and trust the people, and then teach the lean principles and embed them in the culture of work.
The next step in AME and Barry-Wehmiller's journey is showing manufacturing firms that a people-centric culture can revitalize their business.
Barry-Wehmiller has been down the path in terms of how to institutionalize this people-centric leadership. This isn't about us having to recreate, it's more about how to adopt and adapt.
A lot of what we do here is about drawing out the best ideas from people that are already involved. And so I think taking that process, so not just bringing Barry-Wehmiller's own experience, but reaching out to the entire AME organization and bring the best of their experiences into this.
By preparing the culture and bringing these powerful ideas to that culture, that you can profoundly shape organizations in creating value for all stakeholders.
It requires patience. If you're driven simply by numbers, then you're not patient, because if the vector's not moving, you're going to get off and try the next thing.
The common vision that Barry-Wehmiller and AME share will create more meaningful lives for all the people that we touch, and through that create enduring organizations.
If we don't make it a national priority, we're just going to go back to where we were. And so we feel that it's critical for our nation to create this renaissance.
We don't have all the answers. Barry-Wehmiller doesn't have all the answers. But you get the right people in terms of a vision and mission to work on it, good things can happen.